Hello, and welcome to another art stream. Tonight I'm going to be doing just some fun fantasy stuff. So I thought I would just show off this for fun. So I'm doing an art class where I'm doing character design, so I thought I've been trying to just clean up my characters for my comic. So here's a drawing of Richard Steele song. Casting some magic, and I'm trying to still kind of having issues with drawing his weapons. Flange maces are kind of complex to draw for me. It's all that it's just a weird shape, like I don't know. Where'd it go? Where's my pen? Oh, it's right here. Cool. Okie dokie. So, make sure it's recording. Yep. Let's just name it now so we don't have to worry about naming it. Basilisk. So I came up with this at work. I was just doodling during my lunch break, and I've been doing this for a few days, and because I wanted to come up with it and have it be a solid idea. So where is it? Do 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 do. Okay, up we go. Yoke. There, okay. Nice. What if I did it in like a kind of cool fit? Yeah, so let's do the line, the first line work in a kind of like a dark brown. It would be kind of a cool, maybe not. I thought it would look cool, but maybe this would look, yeah, something like this. Because I'm going to go over it anyway, so. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. So I was thinking of an ankylosaurus combined with a one rendition of a basilisk, I guess. There's a couple different basilisks. Excuse me. It's one of those creatures that's like changes a lot depending on what source is talking about it, because sometimes they're snakes and sometimes they're like six-legged monsters with spiked club tail or long tails and a mouthful of sharp teeth. But I wanted to keep some of the elements of the ankylosaurus. So instead, I kind of kept the beak, or just the mouth shape like that, but kept it, made it more like it's an actual beak. So it's kind of like this, like predator. So it's kind of like a mole or like a badger. Kind of that kind of level of just like grumpiness. Of course, I don't know if I like this perspective, so I might change this. do 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 do. And the reason I also called this just a fantasy art session is because I found some really great like reference websites for drawing anatomy. So I'm gonna do like a couple like character designs, or like try and come up with some kind of new characters. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Let's see. Turn that off. So again, just wanna. Whoops! Hello. Sorry, I'm just doing one thing. Me. No. See, I'm not sure I like this perspective because it kind of doesn't. Well, maybe we'll see. Hello. So I'm doing more fantasy character creations, and this is going to be an ankylosaur mixed with a basilisk. So it's kind of like a it's kind of interesting because I saw like so many different references to basilisks, and it was these artist renditions that I really liked, where it was like a six-legged creature. So I saw so many that it must be like written somewhere, because it would be maybe it's a D&D thing. Honestly, maybe they look different in D&D, or I'm not sure. But I'm saying that I'm pretending like it's the actual one, even if it's not, because it's cooler than another chicken. Because cockatrice already does what basilisks do too. So, but basilisks are, from the other art, look bigger and meaner and just. So I'm just making it like have a beak, kind of like a hawk, kind of, or something, or kind of crows. And then it looks kind of like a scorpion with it, because it's got like 6 legs on each. Although, they have 6 legs, but then they have 2 pincers. So this thing's got, it's like a scorpion if it didn't have its front arms. And this is too far forward. So, but yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll have to send you a link. I found all these really cool Pinterest pages for like an anatomy, and I was going to use them in tonight's drawing session. So I'll send you the some of the links when I'm done with this, because it's pretty cool. Like seeing what a Pinterest page should look like versus mine, where it's chaos. Where it's like, yeah, this should go in my webcomic reference. Sure, and this should go in my this, because these people have like drawing hair and yeah, no problem. And like armor and tips on drawing buildings. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Thank goodness there's other people out there who are far more organized than me. Because it's hard. You just when you're searching, you don't really want to be that person sometimes, you know. You just kind of want to be like, I'm grabbing my stuff and I'm going to go out there and just get this done. But then you do it, and then you lose that energy for the next time, and you're just like, I can't find anything on here. I'm just gonna browse Pinterest for hours and find nothing. It's just, and then you go on someone else's, and they found everything you couldn't, and it's just like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I do this? He's got these like little, or maybe actually each section kind of has that like raised armor on it. Yeah. But yeah, there's even like a I was recently watching Drawfee again, and I found our the page we used to do for writing exercises. I might do some tonight for fun, just to try and get back into like doing stuff for the comic, like trying to get my writing skills back up, because those were really fun. Just like doing like the one sentence, the first sentence challenge we did, where it was just like random sentences, and then we would have fun with it by just like doing like one extra panel or something like that, or like one extra person maybe like off screen or something. I was thinking of like that, like I do it like a couple 2 panels or something like that. Just see if I can just shoot out a bunch of ideas really quick. Because, yeah, that was really fun. See if I can find it again. Yeah, random first line of dialogue, where it was just these goofy things. Yeah, we can't invite her. Mother hates her. Stuff like that, where it's like, okay. It'll be fun to do that. I saw some of your stream last night with where you guys were talking. Those look like fun. Maybe sometime I can coordinate and we can all do one. Because it'd be really fun to be involved in one of those ones where it's like multiple people talking. Even if I'm just like a background person that's just drawing while while you guys are talking, something like that would be kind of cool. Yeah, I know the coordinating times is tricky, but how do I do this? Because I had a couple different ideas. I had one was his tail ends in like kind of like a dragon's tail, but it's like these. It's this like almost like a pine cone of death kind of thing, where it's just like these. Yeah, where it's just so many spikes that just. It's like one big one, and then it kind of like blooms out of that to like a whole bunch of other ones. Like that. It's a thought. It looks pretty metal. This is why it's great to just concept out an idea sometimes, because like if I hadn't done this at work, this would have taken me much longer to do. Add a little bit more, so it's kind of like this like. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if you got a chance to check my those that last video I sent you, but it was really fun doing some dancing, because I've never actually drawn that really. So I recently looked into that because I was trying to find some more cool poses, and I was like, dancing is like would be a really great reference for coming up with good poses. So I looked that up, and I'm like, this would be perfect for the for Valentine's Day. Oops. You know what? I'm gonna shrink this down a little bit just so I can fit more of this guy in here, so I can show like a wrecking stuff. Or just maybe fix his positioning a little too. Yeah. Eddie, this looks like something that could almost be in one of your like on one of the planets in your book comic. It's like this like crazy multi-limbed creature. That looks wrong still. Well, I know why. It's because I changed some stuff. But I'll fix it later. Like now. Oops. Welcome in. It's Fantasy Friday, and we're just drawing some cool characters and creatures. I was going to start off with this character. I did this at work, so or I came up with the initial sketch for this during while I was at work, and it was like, now that's why it's so. If it feels like I'm drawing this fast, that's why, because I kind of already know what it's kind of like the premise of it is. Let's see if I can just do this without having to make separate things for the arms. Kind of make the armor kind of just fit with where the legs should be. Move the first, this arm needs to be more like here. Yeah, it doesn't. That looks wrong. We'll make the forearms bigger. Like, only Popeye them. Oh, I almost forgot. Speaking of, almost forgot about these. There. It's like something's missing. Not that I can hear it right now, but I mean, you shouldn't have something to enjoy. I figure it kind of moves. The front one's kind of just balanced. The back one's, it's almost like if a centaur stood, I mean, with just could, its body was just straight, like it had instead. So it has 6 legs like that, like a bug. Or in this case, like a scorpion almost, but scorpions have. Yeah, we went through this. Scorpions are arachnids. Do, 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 do. We did on time. We're still doing good. In like 20 minutes, I'll just switch to something else. Oops. Oh yeah, I did finish this. That came out really good. This is, I mean, I consider it pretty much done. It's like I got the details in. I mean, I could add in more later on, but I think for the purposes of this exercise, I'm pretty happy with where it is. I mean, I might refine, put more details into like the tail and stuff, but for now, it's like the point of this is just to come up with these ideas, and that's what I'm doing. Make this one so they're actually going this way, so it might make walking a little awkward, but this thing's meant for digging, not for just... It can move relatively fast on land, but it's mostly... That doesn't have to, really, because it's got so much defense that, like, when it pops up... I imagine it, like, it can just, like, dig into, like, solid rock and then just, like, make a nest, and it looks like the top of the nest almost. Because it's just like this. And if anything gets too inquisitive, they get the tail, which is going to be... I don't like that first idea. I'm going to make it a little simpler. So I'm going to make it like a couple... I'm going to keep it... You know what? I'm going to go with the club. The club tail is always the best response. Like... way to deter a bigger creature. Give it a woomph. Especially considering it has time, because it's... I mean, there's just... they're never going to get through this. So... So this one podcast I listen to does that they one of my favorite ones is this one called Bending the Elements, and they talk about Last Airbender. It's one of the TV show ones I like a lot. But they recently had a fan one with where they talked about different types of bending the elements, like from fans' point of view, like what would be some cool things. And I think I'm gonna try and I'm gonna see when the show comes out, because I want to do a drawing session where I just like spend the entire drawing session just drawing different styles of like air bending and water bending and all that, and trying to make them look like more like a live action teen show kind of look to them, because I'm hoping that's what the show does, because I've been talking to people and saying like I'm a little nervous about like them being like it has to be more mature and more this, more that, which I mean is just like rumors, so I'm not even taking that 100% as gospel, because like it could just be like people like being like, oh, the media's saying this, and it's like no one's saying this. I don't know where you're getting this, but I figure like, and maybe I'll even like do some drawings of like cool idea, like things that would be really cool to see, like side stories, like draw like maybe like, since we have a graphic novel for Kiyoshi now, it'd be kind of cool to have like a whole section where he has a flashback dream of her or something like that. Well, that would be rough for a kid to have that dream. She had a rough life. Yeah, but tonight's all about drawing just cool monsters and people. I'm gonna do different stuff to some of my OCs, like give them different hairstyles. Because there's a couple of them I want to play around with. Like the wolf guy. I haven't drawn him in a while, so I kind of want to just see, like, what I can do to him to make him look more interesting, because he's supposed to be, I can't remember what they're called, but there's like this, it's kind of like forest spirit that's like a half man, half wolf. It's not a werewolf, it's something else. I was going to make him one of those. Even though probably everyone's just going to think it's a werewolf. Maybe that'll be like a running bit in the comic, actually. The guy keeps just being like, not a werewolf, not cursed. Guardian of the forest. Became a bounty hunter. Yeah, I'm glad I did that background with the orange, because it kind of gives a cool effect, kind of. Actually, another thing that would be really, that I'm hoping that they have in the, I mean, I saw what Appa looked like in a screenshot, and it looks pretty good, which makes me really want them to, he's the flying bison that the main character rides on, which, you know, weird, but it's like a mixture of a manatee and a bison. So, you know, two things that fly. Yeah, because when I think of flying, I think of giant herbivores that weigh tons. But that's what always made him the heavy-hitting MVP of their team, is that he was just like, just big animal. But I mean, clubs make sense. It just doesn't look cool, though. So you know what? Forget it. I'm doing the spikes. I'll do my original idea for the spice, which was just more kind of just like this, like this, where it's kind of just, it's just a, it's kind of like a club that's also pointy, essentially, because they're big and they're just blunt, and they can scrape you, they can scrape his enemies, they can also like just bash into them too and knock them back and scare them away. Just trying to emulate that kind of like leathery, bumpy texture that's on was on some dinosaurs. Because while a lot of dinosaurs we're starting to think were feathered, I believe based on what we found of that really well preserved ankylosaurus, proves they weren't. Because where would the feathers be? They're a living suit of armor, and like with I think even their eyes have like this like lid that can close on them so that they become armored too, kind of like a crocodile. It has those eyes when it goes underwater. Like they have one that just like pops over and it makes it so that nothing can even cut them. Because any like predator would be like, oh, okay, you're gonna try and go turtle on me before turtles exist. How about I just go for your eyes? And it's like, surprise! That didn't work. Now you get to have my tail. That one didn't come out as nice as the other one. It was like tattoos. Oh well, it's okay. I can go over it one more time too. This is just the concepting layer. So I'm just trying to do these pretty quick because I want to get to I want to also do some characters tonight as well, and I'd say how about like 5 more minutes and then I'll switch over because I don't want to just do one thing all night, especially when I actually have energy. Woo! Thank you, caffeine. And yeah, mainly that. Yeah, it's got these huge claws, but mainly they're made for digging. I mean, it can definitely defend itself, much like an anteater, where like, or a pangolin, where they have like those front claws, and if you annoy them, they will use them. Dude, whoops! You know what? That doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna do that. There. Now that's better. Maybe I can fix those later. Cause like the legs are a little off, but I know all I have to do is select them and drag them back. I love this brush. Do, 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 do. Okay. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? I think we're... Yeah, we'll switch over. I know I said 5 minutes, but meh. This is a good spot to stop because all I'm gonna do is probably turn that off, and then I'm just gonna go in and clean up some of the line art for the next layer before I put in the color, which would involve just probably even just like adding some spikes too, like a random. So that things can't crawl on its back. It has these points sticking into it, so that it just looks like something you don't want to mess with. And ankylosaurs are already a dinosaur you don't want to mess with. Like up them, and I'm also gonna. I wonder what I would. I think I'm gonna make I want to make a stegosaurus into a dragon, is what I think I'm gonna do, because that would be cool. Since they're a pretty cool dinosaur to begin with. But save. See, that was easy. Let's do some character designs. Gotta find those pages I just had open, which are probably on this page. Yep. Okay. Let's see. Oops. Okay. Yeah. Drawing exercises. Weapons. Let's see what we can do for weapons, because like big thing with drawing Richard is like he's a walking armory, so kind of cool to give him something like unique, not just like your typical weapons. But this person doesn't have that, which is cool because I don't. And they already have so much, like. This is a cool pose. It's got like a Superman shot where like he's like looking down. So maybe I'll make it so he's kind of got like one leg forward. He's doing a jump attack. And these will just be some an action pose practice for Richard. Because he's not the biggest guy, but he's definitely very... he's definitely still kept his like physique from when he was in the military. So he's still tough as nails. Because there's going to be people that are far tougher than him. And he's not always going to fight. Sometimes he'll just be like, we need to run. There's his cool mustache. Do a drawing without the jacket on for once. He's got kind of like the shirt's being whipped up a little bit. Oops. It's gonna have him like generating weapons in from his arms, like summoning them. Oops. That would be easy if his hand made sense, but it doesn't. So yeah, something kind of like this, where he's kind of just maybe this arm's a little bit further down. Like he's got. Okay, move me out of the way. There. Like this one will be this direction. I hope I'm foreshortening this right, but do 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 do. It's a little too loose. Maybe just a little bit peeking up in the back. To show some of the wind like billowing. Like that. Do, 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 do. Maybe it's just spawning. Like it's just being created at midair out of energy. I know that seems kind of anime-ish, but I mean, hey, like, they're popular for a reason. Maybe this one's already starting to like he's got like a. I'm just gonna try some different effects here for like how it's. He's just like summoning armor and weapons onto himself. Yeah. Cool. Now let's do some other drawings. Oh yeah, I was gonna do some different hairstyles too. So, let's do some drawings of Grace again, but I'll try and give her some different hairstyles to see if I like something better. And some different outfits. It's nice having a reference for this because I always mess this up when I'm trying to draw like legs crossed over. And even this isn't probably 100%, but at least it's better than I normally do. Brr. One second. Nope, don't want that open. Don't want that, or that, or that. They're just pages I don't need right now. Here's the one on the basilisks, yeah. Yeah, where it's just like... Because technically that thing from Harry Potter was a basilisk too. So sometimes they're... Oh yeah, but I forgot about that poem. There's this like, or I don't know if this was this. I don't know if that was from Harry Potter. If it was, then I forget. But it basically just says that Basilisk is a giant serpent, the king of serpents, and that it was a chicken egg that was hatched under a toad, which, if you could train these things, that would be a very fast and easy army. It's just like... I think it's... Okay. I think I did use a D&D thing. That's okay. But, let's see. One second, just gotta get my references ready. Oops, that's one of them. That's not the one I wanted. Or is it? Nah, no, it's not. This one. For hair. Styles. Let's see. Because normally her hair... We'll just draw her head. She usually... Oops. In the past, I've kind of given her... Like, sometimes it's longer. Well, I had a different character that had it longer, though, so I think I kind of just kept hers a little bit on the... Like, usually it's just that, because it's quick, it's easy to draw. I don't know if I really need to play with her hairstyle, because it's kind of a nice simple bun kind of shape. But I guess I could draw it from different angles to see how it looks. Maybe like do a like a... mostly from the back kind of look. Just to make sure I know how to draw it that way too. But from what I've seen of people drawing certain hairstyles, it really is about just like making it into big shapes first and then worrying about the smaller details. Like these are pretty simple, but that's just because I'm just doing the. I'm just trying to make sure the shapes are good. And if I don't like the shapes, then I'll see. That looks off. That looks off. There. Let's see. Actually, it looks better than it did from the front. Actually, like it's kind of goofing around here a little bit. But I'm gonna play with some other hairstyles too. So, different types of faces. So, let's see what we got. Like pigtails, and there's this hairstyle that's kind of cool. This would just be a background character. I don't want to draw this all the time, but maybe I'll do like a. Guitarist or something in one scene when or on the street that's just got this hairstyle because it looks like kind of like a looks like something that a musician would have. Just wild and free hairstyle. Whereas, something more like. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if it would go that far in the front. Probably more like over here. Oops. Just long, like really stylized, kind of like flowing hair. Whoops, that's crazy. This side's just gonna be resting here. Kind of makes me think of from Korra the Asami, where her hair kind of just like was just, or like Helga Sinclair from Atlantis: The Lost Empire, where she kind of just had like this like fully. Just made interesting shapes. I kind of like that flowing nature Be fun to make someone with this kind of hairstyle. Let's see. I'll draw a few more. Oh, here's another one of that. Yes, that's a more natural way of drawing it. Here's me drawing from an actual reference for this. I'm going to change the angle so that I don't copy this 100%, but I guess it kind of just goes down to like different shapes that kind of like that fits together. Neighbors getting selfie tours. Fun. Not for me. Although I did stop and get my shamrock shake, so I can't say I'm on. But that's all I got. Because I just wanted to have that. The minute I heard that they had them, I'm like, gotta have one. Like yearly, just to remember. I mean, I love mint chocolate chips, so. I wish that. Well, if I had my own. Maybe one day I'll get one of those ice cream makers, and I'll just use like a low calorie ice cream to make a milkshake with so that it's not as bad, and that way you can control the portions too. This person's no nonsense. She's just like, don't talk to me. She looks friendlier. The one down here. Trying to just get like how this is done, kind of like how you get these shapes. It kind of like curves off, and then yeah, like that. Would be fun to draw someone with this kind of hair. So, there's like a lot of hair. Let's do some more. It's more fun to draw ladies' hair. But I can draw some guys too, I guess. Like, what if I did one for I'm gonna give June a different hairstyle just to see what it looks like. Like a comb. One where she stylized it and kind of has it going over the head. Where did that go? I just lost it. I had, oh, there it is. Because there's parts in the story where she has to disguise herself, so I figured like she could do things with her hair and. Cool. So many different hairstyles. Oops. Huh? There. Man, why is it being weird? I think my nib's wearing out. Let's put a different one on. It might not be that. Maybe it's just. Oh, I better order some more. It's starting to get kind of low on them. It's not all that. I think it's maybe it was where I'm doing. No. Come on. Don't be mean, brush. Yeah, let's do this one. Why is it doing that? It's just being difficult for no reason. Gosh. You're killing me today. Maybe it's the angle I have this at? Yep. There. That's a little better, but not really. There. For some reason that brush was just being really not responsive. Okay, that's what that is. Nope. That's better. I think it just doesn't like the edge of the canvas, maybe? Might be one thing. stretch the head a little bit for it to be something maybe like an elf or something. She's got like ears coming out of the side. Yeah. It's a little off, not smooth enough. That's a little better. Just some male heads. Let's see if I can get some here for guys. Well, those are cool. Kinda. Yeah, they're kinda all the same. These are better. I almost gave Richard a hairstyle like this, but I might give it to someone else. Like the hair that's kind of like kind of poking, kind of swooping up and did some different head shapes too. That's what I should have done for the other one too. I didn't think about that, but different head shapes for some of these. See what we can do. Yeah, something like this kind of character. This guy's got for a bigger character. Let's see what else can we do for here. Oh yeah, something kind of like this. I could do more like my I want to see if I can try some different hairstyles for this guy. For my Dekoth Van Moira kind of character. Because his hairstyle was kind of like just chaotic. So maybe I could play with some of these ideas from like fashion stuff for him. He's kind of this scientist kind of character, or like this, yeah, scientist kind of character, like evil scientist. But he's doesn't really worry too much about appearance, especially because he's kind of exiled alone to this like floating island. So doesn't really need to worry about his appearance too much. Something like that. The one that always had the sharp teeth. Sometimes he just has an unsettling smirk. Like everything's going his way. This is kind of cool. A little bit, like maybe like just like hair going in every direction kind of look. I'm just trying different things because normally his hair is like, I kind of gave him like the anime hair before, where it was just kind of like, but that doesn't really tell you much other than the fact that he's struck by lightning or something. Maybe he has a hairstyle like this even. This looks more like something you had to have fashioned. No, I did it wrong. Did it wrong. 1 second. I think I found the bad spot on my tablet again. So go down here. I can always do the the dandelion hair, kind of like, or inspired by that kind of thing, maybe for something. Where you got like the hair that's just kind of like on that one few of the women's drawings, but like just one for a guy who's got like more just flowing kind of hair that goes maybe into a ponytail in the back or something. Or not even a ponytail, just kind of like tapers off at the like here, kind of just like eyebrow streep would kind of look. I mean, then there's the pretty. I'm gonna try and do it like a exaggeration of this kind of chin. This character, because he's gonna have a pretty basic, like. Just a lighter version of that, but of the top left one. Maybe even not even that. Maybe more like. What if he actually did have something more like this? Like a Geralt kind of thing going on. It's like. Like an orc character. Yeah, I like it. It's not quite what I wanted, but it's okay. You know what? I'm going to change it again. With that shape of the head, it kind of be cooler to actually have like a. Well, it's supposed to be like a short, kind of like groaning in, kind of like hairstyle. Be right back. I just need to get some water. find the brush is just being real difficult right now. Let's see. There it is. This one kind of reminds me of like of Mighty Nine, because one of the characters is supposed to be this like suave looking like half orc. So I think he kind of looked like that if I remember right. Huh. That's a... Oh, the disheveled character's kind of cool, like where it's got like the hair that's kind of like going off in directions. Shorten it a little. In some areas, maybe Nah, never mind. That one doesn't work. It's not the way I'm drawing it. Let's see, what else can we do? Some other drawing styles. Well, there's always the Loki look of just like the character who's got like maybe like another elf kind of character who's got smaller, but his hair's kind of just like it's just slicked back kind of. Yeah, just kind of like the character's got kind of like something like that. One character let's do a few more of these, then we'll go back to that. No, I'm going to go back to Richard, actually. Drawing him's fun. Drawing, because maybe. Oops, wrong button. What am I doing? Oh, right. There we go. You're not okay in time. can just do this for a little while longer. Say like maybe like another 20 minutes or so. Should be good. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can find some poses for this guy. That's one thing I have to be careful with him about is like his mustache coming up that far off his face. It almost always tries to make a tangent, which is where one line meets an edge. It just looks kind of weird. You know what? I said I was going to do some more of the other characters, so I'll do that. I do want to work more on them. I did say I was going to work on the werewolf guy, making him more unique. So I'm going to try some different hairstyles for him, or first. Some different things to give him more. Oh, that looks dumb. look a picture of a wolf. Okay, not bad. Not too bad anyway. That's what the problem is. The ears are kind of wrong. Their ears actually go like this. So I must have been thinking of something else. Yeah, their ears stick straight up. That's why he didn't look right. So I guess even just that's fine, where it's kind of like a tuft of hair that kind of like makes, not a mohawk, but kind of like just like a slightly higher fur between the ears, kind of. Be a beefier guy. He's one of the ones that he definitely, once he gets stronger, he can bulk out. So I'm drawing this because I want to be able to draw the fur on top of it, and I'm going to make it like just all sticking straight up, kind of like he's just enraged. So his hair is even like showing that side. Do, 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 do. That's more like it, like the creepy, super long. Not that big. But just the big. Since he's in like, he can. change his muscles. Through physical magic, he can bulk up and just like make himself stronger or tougher. Change the durability of himself so he can. He's got maybe like this color pattern kind of going down. Okay. Man, these brushes are just being not cooperating with me today. I mean, they're pushing too hard and they're making giant blobs, or they're like not responding at all. So if it's just the software is not liking me today. Probably if I restarted, it would be, maybe it just needs to be restarted. So after this, I'll just turn it off and on. Let's work a little bit on maybe drawing some different hairstyles for his companion, the fairy, the pixie, I mean. Let's see. Because she kind of had... I wanted to give her more short hair. But I'm not sure if how I want it to go. Because originally, maybe even she has like... Stupid thing. Make marks, please. That's me trying to mark the page, but the... I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Everything's fine. Everything's great. I wonder if it's the angle I'm doing it at. Maybe. But it... No. Maybe it was. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's probably my fault. Computers are never wrong. Kind of like that hairstyle. It kind of looks... Let's see. I'm going to do some other ones too. Oops, too close. Let's see, what else can we do? Bum, bum, bum. Bum, ba, dum, bum, bum, ba, dum. Because like long hair would be a bad idea for someone who could fly. It would constantly just be in her face. So if she has long hair, it would be pulled back. But more likely it would just be short. What if she had... That doesn't look like something she would have. That's too nice. Where's a more... Maybe if I make that with sharp angles instead of... More like... Ah! Ah! I swear, I must be... Let's see if that's any better. Nope. Dear Wacom. Or dear, actually more likely it's the software. That's the issue. Not the hardware. Yeah, it feels like it's the software. I have to call it soon, just because I'm losing my mind. Something kind of like this, I was thinking. Kind of where she's got like crazy sharp hair. But I wanted to find a better way to... She also has those yeah, the two hairs that are kind of like antennas. Not sure how that works in, but I wanted to find some way to make her hair so it did that. Which is why this one might even work, because you can go like this with that side. And yeah, that kind of works. I suppose with this one you could just do like... I'm very mad at you, computer. This is me not laughing at you. You're getting on my nerves. You gotta see how, like... Wait, what? No, it's fine again. What the... Like, I'm barely touching the screen and it's making these lines. And a second ago, it was like I was pushing hard to make any line. So make up your mind, guys. Make up your mind. Yeah. I wonder if certain pens have like certain pressure that they... or brush size that they can't get under. It's a possibility. Maybe that was what I was doing. Nope. It's doing it again. It's doing it again. Ah! Save me! See? Look at that. That's me trying to draw a line. So it's the software. Something I have to restart the thing. So I'm gonna... How are we doing? I think it's a pretty good... Yeah, it's a good spot. So, thank you for watching and all your patience, and I'll just go through everything. So I started off with some drawings of Richard Steele's song, because I was going to do more, but I'll do more off screen. But just showing how his magic works, and playing around with like drawing him at extreme angles. Like this is him like from coming down from above, just summoning a whole bunch of weapons. So yeah, and then I had fun with that. So here's a bounty hunter character I'm working on, redoing or cleaning up because I haven't drawn him in a long time. So I'm just trying to remind myself how to draw like a wolf head on a human body, kind of. And I did some hair for the other bounty hunter, the pixie girl, who I did in that other drawing where... No. That's my Valentine's one that came out really fun. I was pretty happy with that one. I might clean it up actually and make that another drawing for this. I started with this one actually because to show that this is a better representation of how his power works, where he's just like kind of, it's kind of just materializing in front of him in his. But here's some of the dinosaurs from the other week. Here's some of the people. Where is it? Hold on. Hang on. There we go. That's what she looks like. So, yeah, she looks like that. Sorry, I was gonna go crazy if I didn't. And here's me I started to do a pose, and then I'm like, why don't I work on her hair? But then I realized I kind of like her hair the way it is, so. I mean, I might clean it up a little bit, like, oops. Like, make it, yep, now you work again. Kind of like loosen up in the back a little bit like that. Yeah. Although I shouldn't be too dark because she's got blonde hair. Yep, there it goes again. So, and this one's some of the stuff I really liked. I had a lot of fun drawing these. So, like the just the flowing hairstyles here, that was really fun. Like this one, doing this stuff was great. Oops. I kind of fixes it. I was worried she didn't look feminine enough in this one, but it looks a little better. This one I like too, like the is that 70s or early 80s kind of hairstyle? I'm not sure. I'm thinking of it's not coming to me right now, but there's a specific like celebrity in a movie, but it's kind of like all, I can't think of it offhand right now. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. Not gonna mess with it. And then finally, there's that. So like, this was probably the. Oh yeah, I also did this guy. I finished. I got the rough concept for this buddy. Planned out. So I'm gonna do one more layer of line work, and then I'm gonna color him in over the weekend. So I'm gonna get updated. Yeah, I'm gonna work on some character sheets this weekend, and I'm gonna work on this guy. I want to get the bounty hunters have character sheets. I want Richard to have his own character sheet that's updated, and I want to have I might redo June's only because I'm worried it's still too complicated. So I'm going to give it one more pass just to try and simplify some things. So that because I mean, she's carrying a guitar, and guitar is complex enough on its own, let alone drawing someone doing fingers over specific notes, and which I'm not going to worry about too much, but yeah. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. It's been really fun drawing all this stuff. I'm glad I got a chance to just have a day of just cutting loose and just like sketching a bunch of fantasy stuff and like, well, character art too, like, and stuff for the comic. So yeah, that was really fun. So have a great weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday for the stream then, where I might have a fun idea with that. I might play around with that idea of the word generator for writing exercises, and trying to come up with some prompts from that. So that's a thought. So okay, we'll see what. That's probably something I'll do. So I'll see you on Monday.